6. Nick Bruni Racing, East Street Racing Machine. He hails from Arlington, Virginia. Ethan Goulart starts 5th today. He's in the number 80 SCDA Track Days Mazda Miatas from Shelton, Connecticut, with Stuart McAleer starting 4th. Stewart's in the number 143 Flat Out Motorsports Machines from Glasgow, UK, with Rob Hines starting on the inside of row number 2. Rob's in the number 4 Tech Sport G-Lock Brakes Mazda Miata. And your front row today, Brian Henderson in the number 9 BDL Motorsports Performance Auto Works Machine. And your pole sitter driving the number 39 Danny's Angels Rossini Racing Mazda Miata from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with a qualifying time of 2:15.766. Danny Stain.
And all of those cars, the front 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, looking really nice here as they come down towards Hog Pen. The stragglers in the back starting to form up as well. Tough to be able to keep 2x2 through this section, but they're doing a really nice job of it. Pace car is getting ready to come down. The pace car will go to pit lane, and then it'll be Danny Stain in control of the field, heading down towards the potential green flag here.
All right, Brian, and once again, as we get ready for our start, we have the Greg Amy, who is our class ambassador for Spec Miata and SMX, joining us for this race as well.
Here they come down towards the green flag potential. The green flag is in the air, and now you go. 30 cars barreling down towards the first corner for the first time here. Side by side, all the way back through 5, 6 rows. See one car ducking into the inside, about 8, 9 rows back. Here they come through the first turn for the first time. I don't see any puffs of dust just yet. That's a good sign. Danny Stain still side by side going into turn 3.
Yeah, and we had Brian Henderson in the number 9 car. He stuck as he went around the outside, stuck to the inside, and gives Stain maybe enough room, maybe not. Stain drops a wheel going on through the outside of turn number 3, has contact with Stuart McAleer's machine there, Brian. And Stain trying to shuffle that Danny's Angels machine back in line. He's going to fall back just ahead of his nemesis, Nick Bruni, who moves up to 4th.
Yep, that is Henderson up front, Bruni in 2nd. Here they come up the climbing S's for the first time. Those first 2 cars got about a 2-car length lead over the 3rd place car, but there's a good draft there from 3rd back to about, I don't know, 20th. They should be able to catch up without any issues here early in this race, and there they go now. Even now, as I'm even speaking, they've already brought that gap down a little bit here, and now it's a 12 car, 13, 82 car pack, whatever it is.
Something like that. So McAleer, who's running in 2nd in that Flat Out Motorsports machine, we first saw him at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, running with us. His brother Stephen McAleer, a couple years ahead of him. He's been racing in IMSA and SRO for the last couple of years. Obviously, he is looking to make those moves as well. He was a 2019 Mazda MX-5 scholarship finalist, and so, I mean, he's had a lot of experience in these Mazda Miatas as he is currently trying to work his way to the top of the field, as we've got look at this little battle now side by side coming down through the roller coaster for the first time. One of our pink machines.
Several of those pink machines
Aaron Wilhelm
throughout the year here with us. Now they're going to come down towards the start line here for the first time, with Henderson in first, followed by McAleer, Stain, Bruni, Rob Hines, Ethan Goulart. Side by side for the lead going into turn 1. It looks like McAleer's trying to make that move. Let's see if he's able to complete it. They look like they're still fairly side by side through 1, now down towards 2. That was Henderson on the inside, McAleer on the outside, heading towards turn 3. There they come through turn 3, side by side again. This looks almost like it did on the first lap. And let's see if Henderson can hold off McAleer. Oh, Henderson, where did he go?
Yeah, it looks like Henderson is dropped back. And there goes one of the flat-out cars going for a very wild ride. And that may have been Nick Leveroni in the 92 car. We'll check that out. But now moving back up into 2nd, Brian, that is our pole sitter, Danny Stain. Who now is slotting into to 2nd position behind Brian Henderson. He's got Nick Bruni right behind him as well, and then we got the light blue number 4 of Rob Hines.
That car that did go off, no issues getting back on the racetrack, but the issue was lost a ton of spaces.
All right, Brian, and getting word that it was not Leveroni got knocked off. It was Stuart McAleer who got run off and off the corner that he might have had a little help there in that run off. And we are going, Brian, to a full course caution. I believe we're going back to racing. Brian, here's an interesting shot now. Just as we moved the camera away at the top of the roller coaster, we had one of the flat-out motorsports cars showing there. That was Stuart McAleer. Remember, McAleer starting off at the front of the field today, towards the front of the field. He was in fourth, moved all the way up into second position before getting the chrome horn, we think. He fell all the way back into 21st position. He is now up into 12th as he gets around Ethan Ayers' number 78 machine. So we'll see what the 143 can do here. The Glasgow, Scotland driver, he's started to make his way up there, but as you can see, as our lead cars are all coming through turn 2 and heading into NASCAR, there are some very large gaps that he's going to have to bridge to move up much further with only 6 minutes left to go.
So what a great finish here. Our top 10, Stain, Goulart, Hines, Henderson, then Charles Matudis, who started 10th, moved up to 5th, Skip Rock Jr. 6th, Zach Ehrlich 7th, Nick Bruni 8th, then Nick Leveroni in 9th, and Stu McAleer finishes in 10th.
Yeah, and what a recovery for Stu McAleer, Brian, to work all the way back from 21st up to 10th in this 25-minute race. We'll see what he can do here tomorrow. So during our feature race. So